Breaking news. The YouTube leak that no one expected. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your half-inflated turbo trainer tyres, because we interrupt your regularly scheduled cycling doom scrolling with a story so absurd, so unbelievable, that even the most deranged Froome conspiracy nuts on Reddit could not have cooked it up. Yes, it's real, yes, it's on YouTube, and yes, the man they called washed, the man they said should retire to a podcast about French wines, has just been caught in broad daylight, pushing 600 watts. The setting? A beautiful, sun-drenched training camp somewhere in southern Europe. The kind of place where tan lines are a currency, and every cafe charges triple if you order oat milk. The witness, none other than Artem Sherbina, a Ukrainian cyclist/YouTuber who seems to have made a career out of peddling near famous people and uploading shaky GoPro footage. Artem was out on a casual ride, probably thinking about thumbnails, hashtags, and whether he should caption his next video, quote, "You won't believe who I found on this climb," in all caps. And then this happened. Like a mirage shimmering in the Mediterranean sun, Artem spotted him, Chris Froome, not hobbling, not coasting, and not struggling to clip in, but actually pedalling with intent, wearing half-tights, looking more like a professional cyclist than a meme generator. And before Artem could even blink, Froome started launching intervals that would make a Zwift racer faint. 600 watts. 600 watts! For mere mortals, that's the trying to sprint away from a wasp zone. For Froome, it was a Tuesday after doing 400 watts for around 3 whole minutes. Artem, never one to pass up on YouTube gold, latched onto the wheel, and instead of flicking his elbow, swearing in 5 languages, or calling the local police, Chris Froome smiled. He let him sit there. He even had a friendly chat mid-interval. Imagine that, casually holding 600 watts while discussing the weather, Tour de France hotel buffets, or which brand of gels taste the least like cough syrup. Somewhere 1,000 armchair experts would have spent the last 5 years tweeting, "Froome is finished, lol." They spat out their instant coffee after seeing Artem's video. The ride, the intervals, the half-tights. Let's break this down like the over-caffeinated cycling detectives we are. I've just had 3 coffees and I'm pinging. The video Artem uploaded starts innocently enough. Sunlight bouncing off rolling hills, birds chirping, a bit of a bad microphone wind noise, and then suddenly Froome accelerates. The Garmin data, briefly visible in the reflection of his sunglasses, yes, people freeze-framed it, show spikes that would terrify a domestic-level racer. 600 watts. Think about that. That's not tempo, that's not sweet spot. That's every tendon in your body files a complaint with HR. And yet, Froome looked calm. He wasn't grimacing, he wasn't doing the death sway his fans have lovingly dubbed, quote, the praying mantis spaghetti flail. No. He looked composed, almost serene, like he was back in the 2017 Tour de France, setting up a long-range assault on the Pyrenees. And the fashion statement, half-tights. Yeah, Froome has decided that in 2025, the ultimate alpha move is to wear half-tights in the blazing sun. It's as if he's saying, quote, yes, my watts are high, but my knees deserve SPF 50. In a sport where sock length is debated like theology, Froome has carved out his own niche, the half-tights revivalist. Expect Rafa to release a £250, quote, Chris Froome edition sun knee warmers by next week. Now, let's speculate irresponsibly about his setup, because this is the internet and we thrive on baseless gear gossip, and it's pretty hard to tell what he's actually rocking. Judging by the way he was climbing, I'd wager that he was rocking a compact chainset, probably 52 to 36 up front and 11 to 30 at the back. A power meter from his longtime sponsor, Factor or perhaps SRM for old time's sake, and aero wheels deep enough to double as wind turbines. His helmet sleek, no vents, full "I'm here for business." His bike computer was glowing like a cockpit of a spaceship, and rumour has it he was running 28mm tubeless tyres at exactly 72 psi, because nothing screams comeback like correct tyre pressure. But the real question is, why now? Why suddenly unleash watts in front of a YouTuber with a camera? Surely, if you wanted to keep your training under wraps, you'd tell Artem to beat it. Unless maybe Chris Froome wants us to know. Maybe this was a calculated leak, a teaser trailer for his 2025 redemption arc. Or maybe he just recognised Artem and is actually a subscriber. From meme to machine, how we got here. Let's be brutally honest, for the past 4 years Chris Froome has been the punchline of pro cycling. Ever since the horror crash at the Criterium de Dauphiné in 2019, he's been on a long, painful road to recovery. And while most mortals have retired to a vineyard or Provenance, Froome kept racing, sort of. The results? Rough, at times comically rough. Dropped on Category 4 climbs, finishing in gruppettos full of riders whose Wikipedia pages are shorter than his Instagram captions. Fans who once screamed, "Allez Froome!" were now screaming, "Why is he still here?" Memes circulated of Froome being overtaken by grandmas with baskets on e-bikes. He became a living embodiment of, quote, "You either die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself get dropped on flat stages." And yet through it all, Froome never cracked. He never lashed out. He never even quit. He smiled. He signed autographs. He gave polite interviews while finishing 137th in minor stage races. And slowly, ever so slowly, the ridicule gave way to something else. Respect. Because while his watts may have plummeted, his resilience and past achievements never will. Now, 2025, he's back, and he's dropping intervals that most World Tour domestiques would struggle to hold. Sure, he's not suddenly going to teleport back to 2015 Froome levels, where he turned entire pelotons inside out with a single attack. But this is no longer the broken man people laughed at. This is a guy who knows his limits, but also knows that he can still cook up pain for anyone foolish enough to underestimate him. Artem's video proves it. Froome is fit. Not Tour winning fit, but fit enough to be dangerous, fit enough to animate a race, fit enough to justify his paycheck, finally. Chris Froome 2025. What's next? So what's the plan for this new watt-heavy version of Chris Froome? Sources close to his camp suggest that 2025 is less about grand tours and more about selective strikes. He knows that he's not dueling with Pogačar or Vingegaard for yellow jerseys anymore, but stages, hilly classics, opportunistic breakaways, those are back on the menu. His next races reportedly include the Tour of the Alps, where he's targeting a mountain stage just to remind everyone that his VO2 Max card hasn't expired. After that, he's down for the Criterium de Dauphiné, the same race where his career nearly ended. Talk about poetic symmetry. Then, if his legs hold, we may see him in the Tour de France start line, not as a GC leader, but as a wildcard next year, like a veteran lurking for that one glorious stage. Recent results back this up. Earlier this spring, he quietly notched a top 15 finish in a Portuguese stage race. Nothing headline grabbing, but enough to suggest the engine is revving. He's also been spotted doing monstrous training rides on Strava, where his upload titles range from Easy Spin to Coffee Ride. And now, with Artem's video circulating, the cycling world has visually confirmation Chris Froome is no longer the ghost of a champion. He's flesh, blood, and watts again. Even his critics are softening. One Twitter user who spent years posting, quote, "Froome should retire yesterday," conceded, quote, "Fair play, 600 watts is no joke." Another said, quote, "Didn't think he had it in him. Respect." A YouTube comment summed it up best, quote, "Imagine getting dropped by Froome in 2025. Couldn't be me." Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on the video for good luck, and subscribe if this is your first time here to stay up to date with the latest cycling news, cycling drama, and cycling results. Also, feel free to comment down below your opinions in the comment section, which you'll find below this video if you scroll down. I'd be interested to see what all you guys think and your honest opinions. Okay, I get it, it's just training, it's not a race. And he probably isn't that much fitter, but he's definitely got it. He's still got it, guys, I'm certain.